Welcome to Coffee with Carrie, as I continue to read my new book, Your Body Song, 18 Minutes to Health, Happiness, and Longevity. What governs our songwriting? There's a catch to the body song we're writing, our subconscious mind. It's the producer, the conductor of our song, the one fiddling with the dials, turning up the volume. It governs the vast majority of our ways of being, our habits and attitudes. The subconscious is the database of all the lyrics of our old conditioned programs, forever playing in the background, no matter what song we're creating in the present. Generally, this producer/conductor has us interpreting or perceiving life through an overall positive, that means safe and optimistic, or negative, unsafe and fearful lens. Unless we are consciously aware of aiming to create a particular body song, our subconscious programming, with its resultant biology, retains the role of producer-conductor. In other words, our present consciousness is made up mainly of borrowed biological choruses from our past, which are influencing and writing the body song of our present. Let's compare the potential body song of someone with an overall fear-filled, negative consciousness to someone with a relaxed or positive consciousness. In both cases, say the treble clef, the right hand of musical notes, represents the person's emotional state, and the bass clef, or the left hand, represents their subconscious state. In the negative person, underlying bass notes are primarily deep and dark. And even though the person fluctuates between negative and positive thoughts and emotions, producing corresponding dark or bright notes, that person still has the underlying dark notes playing in the background. The bass notes of the person with the body song of positivity are predominantly bright. And as they cycle through negative and positive thoughts and emotions, the underlying body chorus is still mostly positive health notes. The simple secret about the longevity of centenarians is that they would have created more health notes over their lifetime than the rest of us, increasing both their health span and their lifespan. If you could see the decades of their life printed on a musical scorecard, you'd notice immediately that overall their body song is lighter, brighter, and more colorful. Why does this make such a difference to health? Because our body song is created by our heart song, our level of consciousness, which is busy modifying how every part of our body, down to our DNA, works. I return here to the idea that our bodies are a 3D printout of our beingness. Then there's the question of where our consciousness fits in. Our vibrational state of beingness, with its emotional biochemistry, changes metabolic and other pathways which can override the impact of our lifestyle choices and even our genes. For example, our state of consciousness at the time we're eating may change which metabolic pathway our food is shunted into, how well our digestion works, how our body absorbs food, and how it assimilates nutrients from that food. I'm going to share evidence with you of this later. When a pattern of consciousness is repeated many times over time, cells and genes adapt to these conditions. This would maybe explain why not a single centenarian diet exists, even though we are constantly told there is, because it's less about what they eat and more about their heart song while they eat, and how that changes the way their bodies function. It's almost as if we could see the determinants of our health and longevity as a multi-directional nested hierarchy, with our genes being impacted on and changed by our lifestyle, and then both lifestyle and genes being impacted on by our consciousness, and vice versa. Wow. You know, when you think about the power of our consciousness to change everything about our bodies, it's amazing that there aren't healthcare models that talk about our emotional state and how that affects everything from which pathways are opened up and shut, which genes are upregulated and downregulated. It's a whole new, exciting way of looking at health. And I hope that as we work through the body song, you're going to see more and more evidence for this model of health. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget you can order my book off Amazon, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and keep on following me as I continue reading Your Body Song.